Welcome back to Car Juice. Today, I'm going to be giving you guys the squeeze on the 2025 BMW i4 M50. The i4 M50 is one of the best electric vehicles, and I'm not just saying this because I work at BMW. BMW Cincinnati North, thank you, by the way, for letting me borrow this car for a quick video review walk around. The 2025 BMW i4 M50 was freshly redesigned for this model year. I also do have a video doing a full walk around on the 2024 i4 M50 that I will link down in the description below. I did, however, want to make sure that I did a refresh walk around on this new car because there are a lot of new changes for the 2025 model year. Some of those I will be getting into, but the clickbait thumbnail that you guys saw, yes, you can lease this delicious car here for just about $650 a month after you account for taxes. BMW does advertise on their website $539 a month. However, that does not usually take into account local taxes. So in the real world, the lease almost always comes out to more than that. So that is based on a MSRP of $76,000. On this particular vehicle, you're actually looking at a $74,925 MSRP as tested. What that's going to get you is the no-cost Alpine white paint, which is included. You don't have to pay for that. You also don't have to pay for the black perforated Synthetech seats. However, I will recommend that you do upgrade to the leather seat options, just as it does kind of hold up a little bit better, and it's a little bit of a nicer option whenever you are driving around town. Plus, the Synthetech seats do not bolster very well whatsoever. With the leather seats, they do bolster, and the i4 is a performance vehicle with 536 horsepower and a 0 to 60 time. Car and driver tested 3.3. BMW on their website. BMW underestimates our horsepower figures and our 0 to 60 times, so they said it's a paltry 3.7 seconds, which is faster than pretty much everything on the road. Also, if you guys would like to see a video where I compared this in a drag race against my dad's new Tesla Model 3 Performance that was released in a video a couple of weeks ago, let me know. I can make that happen down in the future. Just let me know in the comments below. But back to the options and such on this car. Parking assistance package. That's your 360 camera. Got that drippy 360 type view, you know what I'm talking about. You also have the active cruise control with the driving assistance professional package, or with the driving assistance package. I would recommend just sticking with the regular drive assist if you do not need the kind of radar cruise where you're holding it yourself in your lane. All you care about is the distance control. I would recommend, frankly, just sticking with that because it's almost as good and it's $1,200 less for that option cost. It also has the premium package, which is going to get you your Harman Kardon sound system, heated steering wheel, and your heads-up display. Definitely worth it just for the heads-up display. And then you get a gluttony of these other very amazing options, including the most important of those, a NEMA 1550 charging adapter. It comes with both a level 1 and level 2 adapter. In this cord here, or in this little bag here, you're going to have a 15-foot flexible fast charger that you can put either a 110 outlet on or this amazing back scratcher, the 220 outlet, which can let this car charge up much quicker. With this, you're going to charge pretty much overnight, around 8 to 10 hours, give or take, depending on your setup. And then with this guy, you're going to be charging off of an iPhone outlet, which would take about 3 days to charge from complete zero. That being said, you do get pretty amazing fuel economy, about 94 miles per gallon E, which is 93 city and 96 highway. That's obviously electric equivalent. And then estimated range on the i4 is around 270 miles. Let's just little note here. So if you are looking at an electric vehicle, you are going to want to take into account the climate you live in. If you live in Michigan, you're probably not an EV buyer. Just saying, like the EVs are amazing cars. They have their purpose. Like for example, my dad, who drives most of the time just around town, or 7-mile commute to work, it's a perfect car for him because he's not doing a lot of like driving every year, 6,000 to 7,000 miles a year. You are the perfect customer for an EV. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there. Here in the Midwest, probably on a nice day like today, you'd probably get 270 miles. Whenever it's like 7 degrees outside, you're probably going to get dropped down to that like 200 mile or so, 220, 230 mile range. Depends on your driving style, all that kind of good stuff. enough nerd talk. Let's do more car things. So, differences on the 2025 model year. First and foremost, you have several new wheel designs. I've been going through a couple of different builds, and these are my favorite as far as meat goes on the front car. On the front of the car, you've got 245 40 19-inch tires, and you also are gonna be rocking let's see, 255 40 on the rear, 19-inch on all four corners. I like these wheel designs, very aero, very demure. We like how that looks. I think Timothée Chalamet would probably approve of these wheels if you were to ask me. On the front end, the new headlights are extremely cool. We have animated headlights for the first time. Audi's finally not showing us up. They don't really like glimmer and dance like that. That's just how these look because it's a reviewer sample and they're extra drippy. No, it's just kidding. The way that the camera goes, they do kind of pulse awake, which is extremely cool, but this is not happening in real life. They're just on. Also, they added new horizontal slats to the front grille. They got rid of kind of the speckled look that we had before and then added a sexy little M badge right there in the front as well. They've also changed how the radar sensor looks. It's this little square cube kind of thing. It's a little less obvious on the front, which I do really like, and the headlights kind of look like samurai swords. Coming around to the back of the car, we are going to be rocking these very, very cool, like kind of Thunderbolt looking laser light taillights, which are extremely spicy. Still have a rear diffuser, and again, the horsepower figures are unchanged for the 2025 model year. Something that's not unchanged though is the Electrify America charging package. So with the previous generation 2024 i4, I mentioned this in that previous review, so if you're looking around for the best deal, I still do legitimately think that the 2024 model is going to be your best bet. With the 25s, you no longer get 2 years of free unlimited charging with 30-minute sessions. Now it is limited to 1,000 kilowatts, which if you're charging from 0 to 100 is about 10 charging sessions. This car's battery is around 100 kilowatts, so just keep that in mind. That might be a slight difference for you depending on where you live. You've got two different charging adapters here. This is still rocking the J1772 style connector, and then these little nipples here are your mainline connections. So this is going to be what you do whenever you're doing the juicy powering, I like to call it, or here on Car Juice we call it the squeeze. Get it? Because my name's Car Juice. That was funny. Oh my god. All right, so the paint, again, Alpine White. There are a bunch of new colors that have been added. 4 new colors for the 2025 model year. Portimao Blue, or Frozen Portimao Blue. We've also got Frozen Pure Gray. We also have Cape York Green and another color that is very cool. Vegas Red Metallic? Vegas Red Metallic. That's what we like hearing. So yeah, 4 new colors for the 25 model year. Vegas Red or the Cape York Green is probably my favorite just because I haven't ordered a Cape York Green one and I'm very excited about it. Let's test the back seat. Oh my goodness, did you see that? This car you can still lock from the back doors. Unlike on the X5, you can't lock it from the back door. Calling BMW out on that one. Very, very grateful that you can still do that on the i4. You also have those very nice body seamless, very slim, very demure. We've got 4 to probably about 5 inches or so of legroom. I really need to start bringing my tape measure, but about 5 inches or so of legroom. Whenever you're built like Danny DeVito, you can fit in the back of basically anything, including the trunk. And then in regards to headroom, we are going to be rocking, if I'm chilling, like probably 2 inches of headroom, 5'8", 140 pounds, big guy. Let's check out our armrest in here, decent armrest. Low quality cup holders like pretty much all of the BMWs. That's one of my biggest complaints that I have about our cars is the rear cup holders are just not that great. This one does have the Harman Kardon sound system, which makes the speakers look very, very nice. We've also got ambient lighting in the top of the doors, unlike the new X3, and more ambient lighting, I believe, also down by your feet, but I'm not completely sure, so don't hold me to that. Let's go ahead and hop into the interior. For 25, there is only one new interior design, which you can get these very nice black leather seats that end up with a red contrast portion up here at the top, which looks really cool. And we also have a new steering wheel. The new steering wheel is the same as what's been featured on pretty much all of the new M Sport models. Some pointed things to note is the flat bottom design, and then you also have the red center point there in the center of the wheel. On the interior of the car, you are going to find a Sensitech dashboard as standard. On an M340, that's going to run you about 350 bucks. Great value. Basically, the option cost is already free, and then you get, $650 a month lease. That's basically free car. Aluminum rhombusol trim on the inside in case you guys are building out different cars. Let me know, by the way, if you want me to do a full build video where I go through as a client advisor, give you my honest opinions on the different build portions of the vehicle. Would be more than happy to do that, as I'm trying to bolster more content for the channel. Some other cool things: whenever you change the ambient lighting, it now is going to be featured underneath, so you can actually see all of the different colors below. It shows right on the vent. It's one of my favorite upgrades with this new body. Let's throw it on pink. You can probably, yeah, you can kind of see that a little bit. It does pink all along that, which just looks amazing. And then also for the 25, they got rid of the little but you can still throw it into gear, and I do prefer the little paddle over the shaft. Contrary to popular belief, you can actually use this much easier if you have like a drink or something that you want to put in the cup holder. It just makes it so much easier to live with. Let's check out the cameras on this bad boy. Cameras still 1080p, don't look too bad whatsoever. The vehicle is going to be able to do self-parking. I think it can only back up into parking spots, and then it does not have the ability to learn how to park in your garage, which you can do on the X5, which is extraordinarily cool. Infotainment system still has wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. If it didn't, you guys probably would not buy it, so very good to hear that it has that. And then basically, iDrive 8.5, one big difference between this and the previous gen is you can click this button just once, and then you can cycle through how you want your heated seats to come on. Heated seats get warm so fast, and your heated steering wheel also gets warm really quick too. Just like the last gen, you're gonna be rocking a full color heads-up display, which gives you pretty much all of the information that you would ever want while you're driving the car. And then, let's see, anything else that I wanna talk about, or should we just go drive? I think it's drive time. All right, so I'm gonna put you guys over here. I'm gonna put another version of you guys over on this window over here, and we're gonna take this thing on a bit of a spin. All right, so in the interior of the 2025 BMW i4 M50, you're gonna find yourself in a pretty comfortable cabin. Some things to note after hanging out with my dad and kind of getting into the Tesla, those kind of things. This is a unbiased automotive review channel, not just an advertising page for car dealerships. Some things that I've noticed: the sound system straight up on the i4 M50 is pretty good, but dude, the sound system on the Tesla Model 3 Performance pops off. It is absolutely freaking insane. Like, that sound system is insane. The build quality on BMW though, bruh, like, it's so much better than what Tesla can offer. If you were, yeah, so that's just first and foremost, I just want to talk about that because I am a BMW enthusiast, but I'm also really trying to be a car reviewer guy one day. So mash the subscribe and the like button because you want these videos to keep getting better, because I'm gonna keep doing them and I need somebody to watch them. All right. But yeah, super fun cabin. The handling dynamics of the i4 M50 also much more car-like than, much more ICE engine-like than what the Model 3 Performance offers too. The Model 3 Performance, that car is pretty much designed to be, it's like it's literally just feels like an RC car. All four wheels grab at all of the same times, and it's just like one of those cars that is just so dang quick, but it doesn't have the handling dynamics, and very quickly the front wheels get overloaded relative to the back wheels. You could tell if you're like really trying to cook and book in like for like a long period of time or anything like that. For example, like if you were trying to track it or something like that. I don't know why you track a that's much better. I don't know why you would track per se I don't know why you would track per se an electric car, but if you were tracking them, this car is going to beat the absolute snot off of the Model 3 Performance. It's not as fast in a straight line or whatever, but it handles so much better. It drives like a car. The 5,000 and I think 93 pounds this thing weighs, so like almost as much as your mom, in case if you don't know what that looks like. This car just cooks it around just effortlessly. You can kick the back end out with precise handling, and it drives so much more fun and less clerically than how the Model 3 Performance does. Not as quick. Sound system, not quite as good. But if you were looking for a $650 a month lease payment and you want to get into BMW, this is absolutely your best option. It's a hell of a car. Yeah, I love the i4 M50. It is a really fun car, and it is designed for performance enthusiasts. The new steering wheel definitely makes definitely a good improvement over the last gen. The way that you can just orient the cabin around and all of the different grab handles definitely have been needed. I would probably drive this car with the iconic sounds off if it was my own vehicle. But yeah, super fun. I like how this thing handles. It's a good car. But yeah, the iconic sounds, I don't know if they turned them up or whatever, but basically they need to go. It's too loud. It's honestly kind of fun just hearing the engine hearing the tires like struggle for traction. Like, listen to this. Whenever you punch it, because it's just like, and then it just like, and then it goes. It's just cool. The one pedal driving, like if you put it in brake mode, is great. And then our cars are smart enough to start reading traffic lights, and they will apply the brakes and such as you're coming up to a traffic light, which is really, really nice. What else do I want to talk about? Handling, performance in the snow. As long as you get all-season tires, these cars are pretty darn good in the snow. They're heavy, so they can stay in their lane pretty well, and then the all-season tires that they come with are pretty darn good. From a daily driver perspective, this is an excellent vehicle. You know, gets great fuel economy and is also very, very quick. So yeah, if you're asking me who this car's for, it's for somebody with a relatively short to medium commute that doesn't want to pay a lot of fuel expenses and is looking for a climate and budget-friendly option to get into a really fast BMW. As long as you don't need a gasoline engine, I don't see why not at least take a shot at the i4 M50, because it's cool to be able to like just drive around and enjoy the car in relative silence. Yeah. But yeah, that's probably where I'm going to go ahead and end today's review off. The sounds inside of the cabin are made by Hans Zimmer, which is pretty darn cool. A very, very well-known producer, and you know, those sort of things. Makes good sounds. Sometimes they're just a little bit too intense. But yeah, that's where I'm going to go ahead and end off today's review, guys. If you did enjoy it, consider hitting that subscribe button again and the like button. Leave a comment down below if you would get an i4 M50 for yourself if you were in the market, and let me know if you want me to do that build video where I go through and show you what I would select building my 2025 BMW i4 M50. But without further ado, this was the squeeze on the 2024 i4 M25 i4 M50. Later. Deuces.